All right.
Now live.
We are now live. We are now live. You see my little mouse doing one of these numbers going up and down. Woo woo!
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, guys, I was doing a live about 2 minutes ago, and I clicked away to stop sharing the live, and guess what? It's shut off. So I'm learning something about this the new technology within Facebook. I'm familiar with other platforms as far as utilizing live stream. So I'm getting to know Facebook by trial and error. So forgive me for that, but that's the base of that information there. But I'm on a new one now. And guys, remember I said earlier, $27 million. I mean, $27,000 per coin, not 27 million. $27,000 per coin. And those who don't know me, my name is Reverend Dr. Antonio On, aka Beast Mode Airborne. I'm also a member. My wife and I are investors with Novatech, meta trading platform. It's an advisory platform. Um, and I want to share. Let me go ahead and share this disclaimer before we get started. Like I do, I always read the disclaimer before and after because a lot has happened, guys. It's been crazy. The use of the information, product and service should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that the company is not reliable for any it's not the word is liable for any successful failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase or use of our information, productions, products, services, reviews, or advertising, including this news right here. All information contained here should be independently verified and confirmed. That's your job. Verify and confirm. We are not financial advisors, not financial planners, and do not accept any liabilities for any loss or damage whatsoever caused in reliance upon such information or services. Please be aware of the risk involved with any trading done or banking in any financial market. Do not trade or bank with money that you cannot afford to what? Lose or risk. All right? Don't use your bill money. Don't use your mortgage money. Do not use credit cards. Don't make a withdrawal from the bank, your last savings, or borrow, get a loan. Don't do it. Trading cryptocurrency, as also known as digital or virtual currency, crypto assets, altcoin, or so on, as well as forex, meaning foreign exchange, involves substantial risk. It's not suitable for everyone. All right? I hope we make that clear. I hope you can have a great understanding of the disclaimer. But I want to talk about this crazy week. The week has been a blessing and a curse. The blessing is, is that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most of the digital assets had gone up and recovered $1 trillion. Wow. On the sad side, most of their banking had took a tumble. Things are happening, guys, in my opinion. Things are happening. And I always tell everybody, I said it before, get in position where you fit. Get in position now. Because things are about to change. The world is changing. I got people laugh at El Salvador president when his whole country went digital. People laugh at Nigeria because they went digital. People are starting to not to laugh at Germany. People laugh at Russia and China that went digital too. And guess what? The world's going digital. Our federal government, United States government, is looking to have a central bank digital currency. And they got some legislation already passed. They got some legislation sitting in the book. Just go to the Library of Congress and type in cryptocurrency or central bank digital currency, okay? Look it up. Do your due diligence, guys. But I'm here to tell you, guys, I'm just blown away. $27,000, honey, and still holding. It's crazy.
Yes.
It went from a bottom down from 50,000, 60,000 to 25,000 down to 16. Man, somebody should have bought some coins and that's why Elon Musk bought all them coins back when it was $16,000 per coin. It was cheap. Now it's over $27,000. That's a double-digit profits, okay? But here's the thing, guys. Crypto market cap reclaimed $1 trillion. I'm reading this to you. It was posted 7 hours ago. The website is cointelegraph.com. Again, the disclaimer statement has been made. Do your own due diligence. We're not advisory. Cointelegraph is not a financial advisor either, but they're sharing information that you should already know. Of course, SVB, all the stuff went on with SVB Financial Group filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, guys. The U.S. bank has officially collapsed, and the way of doing business is over, in my opinion. We knew it was coming. My wife and I got in position. Say hello, Sheila.
Hello, hello.
We got in position. I was against it at first, but I'm glad I got into it and got myself educated. First, I did my due diligence, then I got involved. But I wish I got involved when our neighbor told us about it. Had we got involved, our life would have been totally different. But it is real, guys. And in my opinion, based on what I've seen with Congress, based on what I've seen with the world's trade, I don't see crypto or digital currency going away. I really don't see it, in my opinion. I really don't see it. So, guys, if you get a chance, go to this website, cointelegraph.com, /news/crypto market cap. I mean, it's back to that $1 trillion mode, guys. Everybody was getting rich buying Lamborghinis, Bentleys, and BMWs and living large, and they lost it when the market crashed in May. And a lot of it has to do with the inflation rate, raising rates. It has a lot to do. But now I'm hearing that the government potentially going to lower rates or not going to raise interest rate. Somebody correct me wrong, but I heard on the news that they're not going to raise rates because of what happened. And that's a good thing for investors, because I'm telling you, because we've been on a down spiral for a while, and it's been ridiculous. Let me take a swig of this coffee for a little bit. Just bear with me. And this article that's written by Marcel Pechman done his due diligence. Look here. This is what stood out to me. Crypto, and after looking at the market, because I look at the market every day. I'm an investor. I look at my accounts on Friday, and it's still growing. I looked at my wife's accounts on Friday. It's still growing. Then I look at it Saturday. It's still growing. And I'm just happy. I'm so happy. Clap along. Okay. But anyway, he said crypto market cap reclaimed $1 trillion, and derivative point to further upside. Upside means it's going up. It's going up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I don't know when it's going to go back down. Hopefully it will never go back down from this point on. But it's going up. That's the good news. Somebody made $1 trillion within a couple of hours. Somebody made $1 trillion in 7 hours because they recovered their cash. And this is just after the nightmare with FTX. Many of us lost money with FTX. Good thing I didn't put a lot in there. But that happens. Many of us lost money in other financial groups that promises 5% guaranteed daily. But that's just the risk, as I read the disclaimer, of doing business. Okay, I lost $40,000 when the housing market in 2008 went down. I lost $20,000 when I opened my store. So there's always the risk of doing business, guys. Risk takers either win or they take a dive. Okay. How you want it, either you're winning or you're losing, and it depends how you lose. So you prepare yourself to have a cushion, a small, that way you don't hurt. Then you're good. But the winning outweighed the loss. That's in my opinion. So Bitcoin performance has outpaced Warren Buffett, Berkshire, Hathaway over the past 6 months, which it did, with crypto market appearing to have turned a corner. And I pray God that it has. I really do. Because it's time for a change. The total crypto market, and you can play this video yourself and when you go to this website, because I'm not going to play it right now because I don't want to be in copyright infringement, some situation. But I just want to share the written part. Now, the total crypto market capitalization increased by 26%. I saw 30% earlier in the 7-day region. And this was like 7 hours earlier. In the last 30 hour or so, 30 minutes, it was 30% in the 7 days, reaching 1.16 trillion on March 17. Bitcoin is still holding. and this is live right here. Bitcoin is still holding at 27,000, okay? 382. Woohoo! 27,382. If you're not in Bitcoin or if you're not in Novatech, you need to get in here. You need to talk to my wife and I, okay? Or someone who shared this video with you. Now, and the bank's scared of this. Look at the 5.9%, 99% plus. Market cap $529.09 billion. Volume in the last 24 hours is $2.48 billion. And Bitcoin is what? 92,000 BTC, 92.69 thousand. Now, you translate that to me. I'm not a fighter again. It was the biggest winner among the top 20 coins, up 31.5%. Through some altcoin gains 50%. That's good job, altcoin. 50% or more during that same period. Okay, that's a quote, guys. Look at here. Look at the graph. 1.15 trillion, which is they say 1.16. It went up, went back down, but it reached 1.16. This is phenomenal, guys. And this is why I'm in the game so hard. I mean, this is its crypto market cap 12 hours ago. This is why my wife are in it. We're in it to what? Win it. We are in it to win it. Say it again, honey.
We're in it to win it.
We're not playing. We are not playing. The surge of crypto, we are in when it went down, and we were in when it went up. Those who endure to the end, guys. That's the name of the game. So you look here where it says the surge of cryptocurrency price occurred as the United States Federal Reserve was forced to lend bank $300 billion in emergency funds, okay, to the Silicon Bank. According to PBS NewsHour, nearly half of the money went to failed financial institution Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank and was used to pay uninsured depositors. Isn't that something? So some of those millionaires and billionaires got some of their money back, okay, thanks to taxpayers. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So in another, like 2008, hey, the government dug out the financial institutions, the student loan institutions. Some of those student loans crashed, never came back, like Fannie Mae. And other places like Ford, Jeep, our auto industry were dug out too. It happens. So guess what? Unless you have a business, you look forward to some tax increase. Woohoo! But anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. But $300 billion in emergency funding was given, okay? And I'm just going to move all the way over here to help their deposit. This is for the uninsured depositors because anything over $250,000 is uninsured. All right. The remaining $153 billion was obtained through a long-standing program known as the discount window. Somebody look, do your due diligence, look it up. Which allows banks to borrow funds for up to what? 90 days. Mm-hmm. So that 90-day operation. So we're learning something. While appearing to protect the banking sector, additional funding for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and credit I'm getting tongue twisted. Facilitation using Fed resources ultimately creates a false sense of confidence, according to the activist billionaire investor Bill Ackman. Okay. The $30 billion plan devised by U.S. regulators to avoid a major liquidity crisis in the First Republic Bank raised more questions than it answered, said Ackman, who managed the hedge fund Pershing Square. Oh, man, I like that first lane. Pershing. Any of my Pershing friends out there who understand that word, we know what that purging is all about. Furthermore, Ackman stated that half measures don't work when there is a crisis of confidence. So that means, in my opinion, crisis of confidence, that means people lost confidence in the system. Mm-hmm. That's why so many people were removing their money. Were moving their money out. Okay, they were panicking. Mm-hmm. It was panic withdrawals all over the place. Please don't do a panic withdrawal. And just like the other institutions that we're part of, regulators said, stop doing business here. We're going to take your license away. You got to give everybody back their money, and you can't operate. People were drawn all over the place and places that has nothing to do with this. And it baffled me when they did that. And the only thing they did was hurting themselves. But everybody got their money. Everybody got paid. Everybody was compensated. Who was still holding. If you see on the right-hand side, Ethereum is still $1,800. Bitcoin is still $27,380. Litecoin, I do own like $86.83 per coin. Ripple, 39 cents a coin. Okay, guys, things are moving. Billionaire. Now here's a statement from billionaire Warren Buffett. Okay, billionaire Warren Buffett said is on the losing side of the bet. Now, who said that? As the banking crisis worsened, Warren Buffett, the co-founder and largest shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway, a $650 billion financial conglomerate, saw his holding rapidly deteriorate. You know what? I was just thinking about all the folks that had 401ks. I think a lot of that, I believe in my hearts of hearts that some of these folks, 401s went down along with this because they're tied into this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Berkshire Hathaway, for example, is the largest holder of a Bank of America stock, which has fallen 15.5% year to date. Okay, this position, that's why they took everybody's money. And for this position alone has cost Buffett investment vehicle $5.2 billion. Can you imagine losing $5.2 billion and within a few hours? And I'm fussing about the little money I lost in less than 3 hours before midnight. But that's investment, guys. That's how it works. Okay? But he gained a lot too. And he's going to recover that money. You watch. Now, Buffett, a well-known cryptocurrency critic, which he is, has stated that he has no interest in Bitcoin. He's lying. Mm-hmm. Even if, in my opinion, even if the entire float is offered at $1,300, the 91-year-old with a network of around $102 billion claimed that Bitcoin doesn't produce anything, whereas farmland and residential real estate do.
Let me read this.
So let me stop right here. My wife just pointed something to me.
I'm going to read this about Bitcoin.
Okay, my wife's going to read a statement here, an article.
The bank. One thing I want to read is because several people saying that Bitcoin is the cause of Silicon Valley collapsing. Mm-hmm. And as my husband read the disclaimer, I hope you still understand that we are not a financial advisor and we do not accept any liability for any loss or damage whatsoever caused and relies upon such informational services. Please be aware of the risks involved with any trading done in the financial market. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Trade is cryptocurrency, also called digital or virtual currency, crypto assets, and so on, as well as Forex involves substantial risk and is not acceptable for everyone. What I want to read is what an article I read about cryptocurrency in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley Bank is the 16th largest bank in the United States.
Wow.
It was shut down by federal regulators on March 10, 2023. The bank failure came as a result of several factors, including its investment losing value and its depositors withdrawing large amount of money.
Sounds familiar?
It didn't have anything to do with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So I found another article from the Multi Food, MTLEY Food, why Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin popped on Friday, March 17 at 1 p.m. by Tracy Hudom.
Okay.
Okay, it says investors are flooding into cryptocurrency as banks look riskier.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? The fallout from the banking collapse last weekend has extended further into the regional banking sector this week, which has helped cryptocurrency values. It seems that bank collapses make the case for crypto more than any other event could. Bitcoin has jumped 7% in the last 24 hours as of 11:20 a.m. Ethereum is up 4%, and Dogecoin has risen 4.8%.
Wow.
So what? After working for months to undermine cryptocurrency and keep banks from holding cryptocurrency on their balance sheet, the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank have shown that crypto may not have been the most significant risk in banking.
Can you read that again, honey?
Yes. After working for months to undermine cryptocurrency and keep banks from holding cryptocurrency on their balance sheets, the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank have shown that crypto may not have been the most significant risk in banking. The risk that rising interest rates posed on the value of long-term bonds brought these banks down.
Yep.
The risk
Thank you.
interest rate has brought these banks down.
Say it again, one more time.
The risk of the rising interest rate posed on the value of long-term bonds brought these banks down.
You got it, America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Central America, South America. You got it? Okay, moving on.
Depositors were saved in the case of these two banks, and First Republic got an infuse of $30 billion in deposits today to shore up the bank. But Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen fell short of saying that all banks' deposit will be guaranteed.
America, did y'all hear that? We're short. And she's in charge of who? The Treasury Secretary? Janet Yellen?
Fell short of saying that all bank deposit would be guaranteed.
So your bank is no guarantees that your deposit going to be guaranteed. Okay? That's the lack of confidence.
This begs a question about how safe deposits above $250,000 are in the United States banking system outside systematic information bank. So what alternatives are there? One answer is cryptocurrency.
Woohoo!
Which can be held in safe custody through a hardware or software wallet. It's the modern equivalent of putting cash under your mattress.
Yes, it is.
And it seems that what some investors are doing today. Cryptocurrency are up across the board, but it does appear that there's a flight to safety, with Bitcoin and Ethereum in particular being bid up today. Now what? Whether the current banking crisis makes cryptocurrency more valuable as a way to store value money isn't known yet, but traders are currently better than the blockchain could actually solve some of these risks. Keep in mind that the crypto industry has survived the collapse of a highly leveraged hedge fund and an exchange that was committing fraud.
That's right.
Those would be extension level events in banking, but Ethereum, Bitcoin, and even Dogecoin have held up.
And I bought a lot of Dogecoin.
To be clear, crypto isn't ready to become the banking epicenter of the world, but there may be a more clear case for self-custody and digital access playing a role in the economy than there was only a few weeks ago. The well-known cryptocurrency are rising on that thesis. What our caution is that this bounce may not be sustainable. Regulators may come up with a more permanent solution for the type of bank run we saw last week. And I'm also not sure that cryptocurrencies that can handle a few transactions per second will ever be used on a widespread basis. It's more likely that stablecoin on fast, cheap blockchain pose a challenge to traditional banks. That's the kind of disruption that would keep cryptocurrency. But that's all. But that also takes years to play out.
All right.
So that's on the cryptocurrency, and it's another one, Bitcoin rally at Silicon Bank South Bank. Was you want to read that?
You can read that. So, guys, this is why she pulled it up. Doesn't it make sense, guys, to invest and look into cryptocurrency, despite what you heard? Because a lot of institutions are afraid of cryptocurrency. They look at not just the volatility, but their potential. Okay, their potential. So you definitely at least take a look and give it a try. Make a small investment, give it a try. Get with me, get my wife, and ask how you get started. And it's because there's some more information we would like to share with you when that time comes. I just looked on the market. It's 27,500 when I looked on my wife website, but look at her laptop. Okay, we got two laptops open. So go ahead, honey. What's the next one?
It said Bitcoin rally at Bitcoin
Rallies.
at Silicon Valley Bank. Parents filed
For bankruptcy. SVB.
Yeah, this was in March.
That was today at about 1:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time.
Yeah, it was written.
That's when it was published. Again, we are not financial advisors. We do not accept any liability. This is involved or damage caused.
This is information only.
This information, educational only for due diligence. All right, keep going.
Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency rallied on Friday, just as tech-friendly bank Silicon Valley Bank's former parent come to file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Chapter 11, bankruptcy, and stocks dipped amid fears of a banking crisis.
We're still in it.
The biggest digital assets by market cap pushed past 27,000 Friday morning Eastern Time. At the time of writing, it had dropped to $26,555, a 6.2% 24-hour jump. It is up over 30% in the past week.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, was trading for $1,727, up 4% in the past day and more than 20% in 7 days.
Let's stop that and make it be clear. Now, that was early at 1 o'clock. Ethereum is still holding over $1,818 or $1,820, give or take, depending on what source you look at. Same thing with Bitcoin at 27,373 or 27,000, and some other place 519. Go ahead.
But the stock market isn't moving in tandem. A shift from the correlation that investors and traders have grown accustomed to in recent years. U.S. equities and bank shares today slid as spooked investors pulled back from their position due to fear of a potential banking crisis. Regulators shut Silicon Valley Bank last week, sending shockwaves through the financial system. A number of crypto companies admitted exposure to the firm, which had positioned itself as the tech startup world's famous bank. SB Bank, former parent company, today filed for bankruptcy in a move to seek buyers for its assets. It came after crypto.
It's liquidating.
It came after crypto-friendly bank Silvergate's March 8 shutdown.
Wow.
Then, following Silicon Valley Bank failure, New York regulator closed down Signature, another bank which caters to the crypto world, causing trouble for digital assets companies which relied on such firms for access to the traditional finance system.
Mm-hmm.
The banking industry has since been on shaky ground.
Swiss credit, Swiss stock plunged earlier this week after Saudi National Bank, its biggest lender, said it wouldn't offer more financial help. Isn't that something? And today, you may keep on going. Regional U.S. Bank First Republic. This regional U.S. Bank First Republic stocks took a hit as it continued to face a crisis in the confidence from investors and customers. People are pulling out of their assets. They are liquidating assets. They are selling. They are cashing out. Go ahead. Why is Bitcoin and the rest of the digital asset market doing so well then? Here's your answer, guys. It could have been, and I'm just reading that quote here. It's not mine, but here, through Yahoo Entertainment. It could have something to do with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation denying reports that prospective purchasers of Signature Bank would have to stop doing business with crypto, sparking investors' confidence in the digital asset. So when investor confidence increased, that means people are buying, they're investing in crypto, they're buying Bitcoin, they're buying all over the world. They're buying Ethereum, they're buying Dogecoin, they're going and buying Litecoin. They're buying coins all over the world. That's why the increase in demand, and that's why it is so profitable right now, okay, at 27,000, okay? So what else I got here? And investors may have to have a renewed appetite for risk. Okay? Remember, I've led you risk stage involves substantial. It's not for everybody, for substantial risk and not suitable for everyone. Okay? Talking about substantial risk. All right, back to what I'm just reading.
So now they're saying that investors have a renewed appetite for risk.
This is the time to get in position. Don't give up position. Get in position.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for 10, my wife's looking for 10 people. I'm looking for 10 people who are risk takers. And I'm not saying, like I already shared earlier, don't put your house up for sale. Don't borrow money. Don't get credit cards. Don't do that.
No.
Just talk to us and we'll point you in the right direction.
Stand to risk.
Right. Do not invest more than you can stand to risk or stand to what?
Stand to lose.
There you go. All right. Is that it, honey? Or this
okay.
next one?
The Federal Reserve rate increase cycle could be coming to an end.
Now, stop right there. Because I've been very tired of the interest rate weekly or bi-weekly or bi-monthly or 3 times a month weekly interest rate hikes by the federal government, by the Federal Reserve. They have their reasons. They did their calculations. They did their economists have done their calculations. And it is driving investors to the brink. Okay? Your job is an investment portfolio. So whatever happens with investments affects your being able to work. Do your history. So here it is. Investors have a new appetite for the risk. The Federal Reserve rate increase may be over. Come to an end to the current wobbly situation that the banking world finds itself in. And that's a good thing because we don't need another interest rate hike. I mean, it's already hard enough to buy a house, and the houses that went from 2.2% just a couple of years ago, and now, because true story, we know, to, I'm not a financial advisor, you get with your real estate agent and your broker. But here's the thing, it's up, I think the one she told us was 5%? What's the 5% now, 7%, something, 6%? And you didn't, the higher the rate, the more it costs for the price points. The monthly payments will be staggering, guys. I mean, somebody gonna probably move in my house, would buy my house, will pay double the payment instead of compared to what I'm paying. They'll be paying over $2,500 a month compared to what I'm paying for this old house right here because of interest rate. Same thing with auto loans. Same deal with all types of loans. You know, credit card loans, 25%. They say they've gone up 30%. You get a loan, a mortgage, not a mortgage. What do you call that thing? you get a type of loan like a no collateral loan will cost you more. It's just the way it is. So what you do is get in position. Get in position now so you don't have to worry about how much anything costs. You don't have to worry about you have the interest rate and borrowing. You see a car you want, you go get it. All right? You make a withdrawal, you have the cash, you win it. Okay? And you'll save money on interest rates for the rest of your life. So anything else I needed? Did I miss anything, honey?
It says Shipyard Software CEO Mark Lowry told Decrypt that the Federal Reserve Bank Term Funding Program, which promises cash for struggling banks, is effectively restarted quantitative easing, which is what pumped up the crypto and growth assets bubble in the first place.
All right. So we can use a puffed up right now. And we'll continue to use because our money is compounding every day, every night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For the foreign exchange, Monday through Friday. All right? But here's the good news. Every Friday, we get a rate of return or ROI, rate of investment, off of our investment, and it's automatically compounding back into our trading account, which makes our trading balance go higher. Okay? It's better than any savings account because right now, savings account only doing 0.015. And of course, this crash here will probably make the little rates that you get on your savings account a lot worse. You do your research, you go to your banking institution, look it up, you'll see for yourself. Anything with a zero is a zero to me. I don't care if it have a 0.11 behind it. It is still a zero. So I say that to say this, guys. Get in where you fit in. Of course, Bitcoin prices, as I continue to read, with this $1 trillion to increase 31.5% in 6 months preceding March 17th, which my wife also shared. It is common knowledge. It's common. While Berkshire stocks increased 5.8%. So for the time being, the so-called rat poisoning, as Buffett once prescribed Bitcoin, is outpacing his own financial management firm. In your face, Warren Buffett. Bitcoin's outpacing his firm.
Oh.
His firm is dropping and Bitcoin is on the move. So that's just the way it is, guys. I mean, if you like what you see, and here's some more information. You know, these are other assets are benefiting from this. Looks like performance of top 80 cryptocurrency by market capitalization see the surge $1 trillion mark have boasted in confidence. Look at these cryptos right here, including Bitcoin. I mean, look at them. Look at them. I mean, $506 million, 32%. The graphic, 1.337 billion, 33.13%. A miner, 754 million. That's where the market cap is, 36.61%. I mean, I'm not even going to click it because you'll see the whole thing. But just to let you know, things are moving. This collapse may have been a curse and a blessing at the same time, but it showed the bullish market for crypto is back. Don't be lazy. Don't be on that buy and buy or think about it, because either two things are going to happen. Either you're going to see value in this and you go ahead and start investing, whether it be a Novatech or something else, or number two, you want more information, you can do your due diligence or get with my wife and I, or we connect you with people who knows the information. Or three, you don't see yourself at any whatever. And that's fine too, because it is not, like we said, it's not suitable for everyone. That's the honest God truth. But if you want to change from poverty to prosperity, moving the wealth of the wicked to the righteous, it is time to get on board. And I'm speaking just like it is from my own experience and as myself. Okay, I'm not speaking as a pastor. I'm not speaking as a theologian. I'm not speaking as anybody with license. I'm just speaking as a consumer. You do the work for yourself, and you just get back with us, okay? But anyway, guys, we're going to let y'all go. Oh, my wife just got a breaking news.
The Bank of Bitcoin remains open.
What?
However, this crisis has produced a big winner, cryptocurrency, and more specific Bitcoin.
Woo!
The crisis of the bank closing. Normally, in times of uncertainty, Digital currency are one of the assets investors shy away from because they are by nature very risky. But since the failure of SVB on March 10th, the opposite has happened. Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency, is seeing a strong rise.
Yes.
On the day of SVB collapse, Bitcoin price was around 19,726, according to data from
CoinGecko.
They are currently at 24,000, up 27% in less than a week. They had touched 25,000 on March 14, a gain of almost a 30%. The Bank of Bitcoin remains open. Michael Saylor, a Bitcoin evangelist, said on March 12th.
Now he said that on through Twitter. Now bear in mind, guys, the information today is the 18th now. Bitcoin still holding at 27,325. It could be a little higher, plus or minus, depends where your source. And Ethereum still at $1,800. Guys, we are not going anywhere. Litecoin still up $87 and 18 cents.
So this Bitcoin is a bank that cannot lend out, invest, gamble, dilute, debase, freeze, or seize your assets.
Sailor said on March 13th.
It works all the time, everywhere in the world, and it is unstoppable.
It is. It is international, accepted everywhere. You have a blockchain, whether it be Cash App, Binance, or Coinbase, you can get Bitcoin. You can purchase Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Guys, talk to us.
He said Bitcoin is better than a Swiss bank in your pocket.
You better believe it, because ain't nobody can have access to it but you. And only you know the code and the password and username. Only you. It's only good as you tell. You don't share it. But anyway, you do your due diligence. Do the research, guys. I share this information to you. We want you to win. And look, it is what it is. It's on the rise again. And we have an appetite for success because we have big plans. And we're going to make some moves and make some decisions once we reach our 3 to 5 year goal. And I had a fraternity brother. I have to talk about 40,000. And I heard analysts and scholars and experts say 400,000 in 3 to 5 years. What would happen if Bitcoins and Bitcoin reached $400,000 per coin? What would happen if Ethereum reached $25,000 per coin? What would happen if Litecoin reached $15,000 per coin? What then? The possibility of endless. It's possible. All you had to do is just get started. It's just like this guy has a Bitcoin when it was dirt cheap, like for $1, and he bought pizza with it. And I'm quite sure he's shaking his head, wish he never spend that money on pizza. But anyway, you have any other news, honey?
Oh, that's it.
Guys, we thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you as individuals looking to hear what we have to share. If you want to look at this information again, go to Cointelegraph for future on your own and see for yourself. Of course, the dollar USD is making a comeback just a little bit. It was in the red, but look at it, guys. Just get with me. Here's the information. You make the due diligence. Don't be on that buy and buy. I ain't going to say it like I did. And broke-minded give you broke results. Are you tired of living generational poverty? And don't you want to? And do you question too? Do you want to make a change in your life? You can do it. Make the decision today. Do your homework first. Then get with my wife and I, and we'll coach you through. That's it. If you're local, let's set an appointment. Let's get together. Make sure you have a Cash App account that's verified, or a Coinbase account, or Binance that's been verified. Because now you have to show your ID. You have to take a picture of your ID front and back. Just like the federal government, you have to do the same thing to verify who you are before you set these accounts up. That is the bottom line. And a good email. You got to have a good email. I'm going to stop. That's it. I'm done. Mm-hmm. Guys, y'all have a blessed day. We're looking forward to seeing you. And again, we see you at the beaches of the world, at the top, but not from the top. We'll see you soon. God bless you. May have a smile upon you. This is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beast Mode, Airborne, and my beautiful wife, Sheila.
Sheila Arnold.
Signing out. Y'all have a good night. Get some rest. Talk to you later. We're out.